Wahoo, hey, welcome to the Bike Lab today. Hey guys, so back in September, I told you I had to have my hip replaced again, and that I wanted to set a goal about a year out, and I'm inviting all of you to come along with me. So the goal is Mauna Kea in Hawaii, Big Island, in September. Exact date is not set, just planned for September. So here's why Mauna Kea is the cool goal. So there's a couple of people who've rated climbs all over the world, and Mauna Kea is rated as the hardest. There's a few on the list that people dispute, say maybe this one's the 5th, that one's the 6th, whatever. But Mauna Kea is pretty well undisputed the hardest climb. Hilo to Mauna Kea is almost 14,000 feet. Starts at sea level, obviously, Hilo, and at the very top, 14,000 feet. But unlike the second hardest climb in the world, which is typically listed as Haleakala, which goes from 0 in Paia to 10,000 feet at the top of Haleakala on Maui, this one, it's not just that it's almost 4,000 feet higher. That's not the only part. There's two other things that make this pretty difficult. The first one is that there are really no services. At 9,000 feet elevation, you can get water. That's the only service that you can get. From Hilo to 9,000 feet, there's nothing. That's it. And at 9,000 feet, you can get water. But there's no place you can get food. There's no place you can get supplies. So that makes it hard. The second thing that makes it hard is that about the first 25 miles is on a pretty good highway with pretty good shoulders, and it's not that steep, so not that hard for the first 25 miles or so, and that gets you up to above 6,000 feet. Then you go a few more miles and you get to 9,000 feet. Just a few more miles and you get that next 3,000 feet. But when you get to 9,000 feet, almost everything from 9,000 feet to 13,700 feet is above 10% slope. So pretty serious slope. But the other part of that from 9,000 feet to 10,000 feet is that it is not paved. It's a well-graded road, but they encourage only four-wheel drive to go beyond the visitor station. So cars without four-wheel drive are not specifically prohibited, but strongly discouraged. And the reason for this is that the material they've used to surface the unpaved road is a ground ash. And the ground ash is slippery like sand is slippery. So when you go and ride on a gravel Forest Service road in Washington, California, Colorado, Montana, in the mountain areas where some of you may have gone and done some gravel riding, the gravel is kind of chunky and your tires can bite into it. On Mauna Kea, the gravel is not chunky and your tires cannot bite into it. If you try and ride up that on road tires, on a 25 or 28C tire, your tire is going to slip and you're not going to be able to get up the mountain. So you have to have a way of figuring out how to get from 0 to 13,700 feet on tires that can bite into that material. So maybe a fairly wide gravel tire, like a 40 or even wider gravel tire, like a Clement MSO or a Specialized Trigger or a WTB Riddler. One of those tires might be able to bite into this enough. But you know, those are pretty big tires. So you're going to have to ride that big tire all the way up from Hilo, or you're going to have somebody drive up and transition you to a mountain bike when you get up to the visitor center. And a lot of people do that. A lot of people will do this on two bikes. Road bike up to the visitor center, from the visitor center up, do a mountain bike. And the other reason to do a mountain bike from the visitor center up is you don't get to stand on the pedals. You're going to be sitting down. You want a really low gear. You're above 9,000 feet, 9,000 to 13,000 feet. So there's no air. So you don't have a ton of power. And you're going up a grade greater than 10%, and your tires aren't biting into the road surface. So bikes that would be really good to use on this would be cyclocross bikes or mountain bikes with pretty fat tires and very low gears. And I'm excited. We're going to go do this in September, and it's in Hawaii. What can be wrong with being in Hawaii? So let me know. Send me a message. Tell me if you want to come. I'm on Facebook. You can leave the notes in the comments here. We will come up with a date in September, and woohoo, gonna climb the hardest climb in the world. That's where we're going.
Holly came from Miami, FLA, hitchhiked away across USA, plucked her eyebrows on the way, shaved her legs, and then he was a she. She says, hey babe, take a walk on the wild side. Said, hey honey, take a walk on the wild side.